You know what drives a lot of hiring managers and recruiters crazy is when they have to hand off a candidate to other people in the organization who don't have the talent acquisition or hiring manager or recruiter titles. The people who want to interview the person because they're going to be on their team or what have you. And those people, sometimes they fuck everything up because they might not be the best interviewers and they make a lot of mistakes that look, they're innocent mistakes. These aren't people that interview all the time. It's not their core role. So they're doing things that are screwing things up. And a lot of times candidates are like, and they take a pass because of the interaction they have with those people. One of the things that those people do has to do with the resume. And I'm not talking about the fact that there's a lot, that they do wrong when it comes to resumes. First off, they don't really look at the resumes closely. They might just look at the resume for the first time while the candidate's sitting with them, which is the most fucking insulting thing you could ever do. But another thing that they do or don't do is they glance over areas that could be very important. So for example, you might see the skills or hobbies section and be like, who cares about that? Even some experiences that these people may have had earlier in their career. So let me give you a couple examples. Somebody might put on their resume as a hobby that they're a stand-up comedian. And that might be something that you'd be like, haha, that's cute, and just kind of fluff it off. But think about that for a second. What if this person is interviewing for a role where they need to do a lot of networking or they need to do a lot of presenting? Or even innovation. Think about this. When you're a stand-up comedian, if you're good at stand-up comedy or comfortable doing stand-up comedy, well, you're obviously comfortable meeting new people. You are comfortable standing up in front of an audience, which obviously helps when you're doing presentations and networking. And even innovation, I say innovation because a lot of stand-up comedians, they just bomb and they need to move on quickly from failure. And that's what innovation's all about as well. So you might see somebody that has that as a hobby or that kind of experience or that skill set and say, wow, they could be good for this role. Another thing, when it comes to experience, you might see that earlier in someone's career or maybe even currently they bartend and look at that and just say, whatever, that's not really important. But let's say it's a marketing role. Bartending, if you're looking for somebody that's going to be a great marketer, you want somebody with bartending experience. That's what bartenders fucking do, right? Bartenders introduce people to new products. They know how to listen to people and hear what they want and what they need. They know how to strike up conversations with people kind of out of the blue. These are all skills that marketers need. Hell, if I were hiring a marketing person, I think I would want a bartender over somebody right out of school with an MBA in marketing. I'd hire that person, the bartender, in a second over that other person. So I guess my point is, when you're looking at resumes, look at those areas that might be a little, the ones that you might just typically glance over, because a lot of times there could be a lot of gold in those areas and a lot of ways to take those experiences, those hobbies, those skills, and connect them back to the role that that these people are applying for. In other words, do some dot connecting from those experiences, those hobbies, those skills back to that role.